For this part, we're going to investigate how can we do this or solve for the same problem using an OR statement. Notice I've deleted or erased the condition that was in the diamond, and I've also removed the true or false indicator, which branch is which. So let me write OR right here. And let's think about what would happen. What would be a good thing for this to be true? So to have an invalid age, well, age has to be less than 1. Do you agree? Or age has to be greater than 120. So now we know that I only need one of these to be true for the invalid age to come up in my program. In other words, this here will be under the false part or the else part of an if statement. So notice the inversion of the logic here by using OR, and the inversion from the previous example of the lower and upper boundary comparison. Let's go ahead and include that in our code, or modify our code accordingly, and see what happens. So we'll go over here, and notice we had an AND. I want to include here, I want to write an OR instead of an AND. Okay. Let me just move it here, move this a little bit right here. Modify this where we flip the sign, so less or equal to 0, and this one strictly greater than 120. Now let's cut this part and insert it under the else. Since we flipped the logic, and let's take this one, cut it, and stick it right here. And there you have it. That's all it takes to modify everything into an OR condition. So it's simply an inversion of the AND. Let's see how this behaves. So we'll run. Let's say we put an age of -2, and we get an invalid age. Let's run it and put an age of 0. And we get an invalid age. Let's put an age of 119. Well, that's a valid age. And not only that, it's greater than 18. Let's put an age of 8. Well, it's a valid age, but it's not greater than 18, so we get a no. And there you have it. So using an OR expression of this nature, which is a Boolean expression, we're evaluating, is this true or is this true? I only need one of them to be true for the whole statement to be true. And what statement that is? So for us to be able to, the if statement here, for us to be able to print invalid age.